Hey guys, Hunter Shoppy Hunter here, back with another Fall of Porcupine video. Let's see if this is the last time. Greetings, dear sparks of the soul. Dark Squatcher, are you alright? It is what it is. It is as it should be. Have you seen Dr. Theobald by any chance? We're starting to get worried. That is definitely unusual. No, I haven't felt his aura today. Should I see him, I will tell him of your feelings. I don't want to talk to that horse donkey. It's going to be a long night. Good job. I just put a fresh cup of coffee. Alright, so he said he's by the bakery. We're gonna go around the back. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, can I do this? This should be a trophy. Can you jump across all the windows? That's aerosol. So where'd Dr. Theobald go? He just snuck out his window? What if he killed himself? No, I don't think we want to take that dark of a turn. You know, it'd be pretty wicked if it did. I just hate how it makes us walk this boring walk with nothing to do. But what can you do? Gotta go to the bakery. Gotta go to the bakery. Ooh, dude, I shouldn't even be tired, man. I was off today. I gotta play some Chicory today, too. Gotta finish that game up. Maybe we could stop by our place and make little pigeon cow babies. Interested? No, I don't think she's interested, guys. Let's go see what our man Carl's up to. Dude, we had to walk all this way with nothing going on just to see Carl. Like, yeah, I think they did this on purpose to make the game longer. Honestly, I don't even think this game took me that long. Maybe like 4 or 5 hours? There's the flower shop. How cute. This thing looks a little like you, Finley. Yeah. What a coincidence, right? I can barely believe it myself. Maybe Pigna used you as inspiration for this artwork. If only you knew. Alright, where's the bakery? Okay, so it must be here. Hello? Hey, Carl, it's us. What's the password? Password? You didn't give us a password. True. I guess that one's on me. Can you let us in, please? It's pretty cold out here. Not without the password. Hold on, I just need a minute to think of one. Okay, alright, I've got one. The password is mango. Keep it to yourself, don't pass it on. Great, will you let us in now? Not until you give me the password. Mango. Ah, it's you guys. Very good, very good. Well, what are you standing around out there for? Come on in. It's way too cold outside. And then Finley came along. Mr. Anders hasn't exactly confirmed that, but he said he remembers stacks of folders in a bright light. What are you thinking, Carl? I think that all fits together. I used my involuntary vacation to do some thinking. I never liked this whole situation right from the start. First, though, I need to apologize to you, Finley. I was never quite sure if you'd been imagining things or not when you had your accident, but I can see now that you were onto something. So, what is our conclusion? That we need to go deeper. Deeper? You know, I'm the longest serving member of the staff at St. Ursula's after Ingrid. I do the rotas, manage our inventories, and put our orders together. What are you getting at? We need to get to the hospital's document archive. That could be where we find the answers to what's going on here. You mean the big storeroom in the basement? Surely we can't just walk in there. No, the storeroom's always locked. Even I don't have access to it. But I have an idea how we can get in there. I'll require perfect teamwork, though. This is a delicate matter, like an ornate glass figurine. Oops. We need to consider every move carefully, like chess grandmasters. Wow, you've really put some thought into this. Of course, I have. So listen carefully. Oh, Glendor has all the keys to his building in his office, including the keys for the archive. That's the one we need to get. And how are we going to do that? Sometimes Gregor stays at the hospital late into the night. Seems like he's got some kind of project he works on in his office after hours. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure he puts a lot of time into it. And over the course of many night shifts, I've noticed something. At exactly 1 a.m. every night, he leaves his office, and he sets off to see Ingrid. Yes, that's it. Slowly, he sits on his trusted path. Step by step. Foot by foot. His mind never straying from his goal. Jesus, this is just like watching One Piece. Until he finally reaches Ingrid's desk. The two always spend a while chatting. Then Gregor grabs a coffee and heads back to his office. And you know what? When he goes on this little walk, he never locks his office. That gives us the perfect window to get in there. Finley, you wait till Gregor leaves his office. That's when you go into lock for the archive lock. Sounds good, but you must have lots of keys. It'll take me a while to find the right one. No problem. That's where Mia and I come in. Word on the street says you're a talented actress, Mia. What, me? Good evening, my dearies. What's with the disguise? I'm only on leave right now, right? It's best if I stay incognito. I'm at the hospital for now. I don't want any more trouble. Okay. Good. Now where was I? Please pay no attention to me. I'm just an old, fragile little granny, just here to visit her little son. I suppose I'd better head up to his room. Oops. Oh my hip. Such pain. Ow. Don't worry, I'm coming. Fear not, I'm a competent junior doctor. I'm here to help this poor old lady. It looks like she took a bad fall with no outside interference whatsoever. What's this now? If you get a costume, I want one too. After all, I'm playing the courageous doctor in shining armor. Alright, I guess. As I was saying, I rushed here right now to help this injured person. This looks bad. You there with a broom. What, me? You look strong. I implore you, help me with this old lady. What's with the amateur dramatics? No drama here, sir. This is serious. I need to make sure that this person has not sustained any more severe injuries. Alright. And then boom, the key is ours. The perfect plan. Now there's just one thing left to do. Head down to the basement into the document archive. Okay, this is weird. Whoa, it's so dark and creepy in here now. Good job, team. It's heist time. Before we go in there, what exactly are we looking for? I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll know when we see it. Wait a second. The door is already open. What? That can't be right. The door's always locked. Maybe so, but it wasn't today. Maybe. Maybe you're right, Carl. Let's check it out. Someone was in here recently. How do you know that? The layer of dust isn't as thick as usual. I haven't been here in ages, but something just feels different. Like someone's disturbed the energy of the room. Since when are you the mystical type? Hey, back off. I can sense these things. You better take a look around. Maybe we'll find something unusual. In those treasures. What are we looking for? Medical records, doctor's letters, studies, lab results. Some of these documents are older than my parents. There must be loads of thrilling stories stashed away down here. I'm just spamming X. Oh wait. Look up here. Finley, get down from there. You'll break your neck. Mia's right. We all know these boxes are out to get you. How did you get up there anyway? It doesn't matter. Someone's taken some folders off these shelves. You can still see print in the dust. It's pretty obvious something's missing. What? Let me see. Yes. It's definitely not normal. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's actually a system in this archive, and something's clearly missing here. The empty space should be filled with at least 7 years worth of receipts and bills. You're right, Carl. Why do you sound so surprised? I thought you'd be used to that by now. Do you think this means anything? I think it does. What's really interesting is that all its missing files should belong to the same time period. They're all documents that would potentially be needed for communication with the health insurance companies. Those kinds of documents don't just disappear, but they might have been moved to another location because they're still needed. Like an old hospital bed on the 5th floor, for instance. That's gotta be it. There must be someone who knows about this. Dr. Theobald, maybe? I don't think so. He hasn't been seen in a while. Should we go to the police? There's someone outside. We need to get out of here quickly. Agreed. Excuse me. What are you doing down here? Carl, is that you? Sandra, we just stumbled onto something big. Have you seen Dr. Theobald? We need to speak to him urgently. The boss? Haven't seen a whiff of him. I need to see Hallie pick up some blood results. It's not like there's anyone here who's actually meant to be working on our ward, but you better settle in anyway. That crowd outside's way bigger now. I wouldn't be trying to head home right now if I were you. Not that I can think about clocking off too much to do. The wards are all pretty much full, so come on, make yourselves useful. Sandra's right. Finley, we should let me handle the ward. What about the missing documents? I'm sure that can wait. We need to give Gregor his key back and help out upstairs. You're right. Use the elevator because I don't know where we're going. I could use a little help here. That was Ingrid. Let's have a look. Down the center of the walls. Here comes another one of those bunglers. Ralph, you crackpot. Just go home, okay? You can't just come in here like this. It's not allowed. Please, just let us do our job. The noise you're making is bad enough. But more importantly than that, you're blocking the main entrance. That means you're stopping us from admitting any more patients. Please just leave. Bah, that's just a load of stupid excuses. Who's gonna stop us, you? Patrick here has a terrible ailment. Exactly. Ah, the pain. That's enough. Not only did you cripple him for the rest of his life when you injured his arm years ago, that nasty little run attacked both of us the other week. Patrick's still recovering to this day. And that's not even mentioning the psychological trauma we both suffered. Don't be ridiculous. Ow, my arm. See, we have every reason to be here and every right too. We're not leaving until we get some answers. Get the chief physician out here now. But hasn't Dr. Steele come to speak to you all already? He assured me that. Of course he hasn't. As if he would get his fat ass out of that comfy chair. Will you all just listen for 1 minute? If he's not coming down here, we'll just have to take this to him. That's right. And you know what else? Let me through, damn it. Help, quickly. Renee, what's up? This person, they were just standing next to me in the crowd. And then all of a sudden they fainted. I just managed to stop them from hitting the ground. They don't look good. We should take them to the ward. Typical, always the same. The next poor soul for you to bleed dry. Finley, lend a hand here. But what about Dr. Theobald? I'll try and find out where he is. And I'll try to find out more about the missing documents too. We'll talk later. Alright. Let me through, you scumbags. The patient's in very poor condition. I'm glad you brought him to us. Do you know what's wrong with him? I'll take care of this. Please just give me some time. Mia, Finley, please look after this ward. There's a lot to do as ever. And this isn't helping. Sure, we'll take care of it. I want to help too. Good. Ask around the other wards to see if anyone else can help out. Consider it done. Yeah. Don't you need any help here? What I need most of all is time. The best way for you to help me is to take care of the ward on your own. Forgive me if I can't monitor your work as closely as usual. You and Mia have been here a while now. Prove to me that I can trust you with our ward. I mean, I'm trying, dude. So P31, P32, P33. How much time have we already been doing this? 17 minutes. I just don't know if it's going to be... She looks angry. Something's not right here, is it? Honestly, I'm not sure. It sure feels that way. The process is still going on downstairs. It's got bigger even. Yes, I noticed. And we've had someone collapse on us too. One of the staff? No, a protester just nailed over out of nowhere. Dr. Karowski's diagnosing him now, but we don't know what's wrong with him yet. You know, I've worked in the healthcare sector for decades. There have always been scandals, arguments, criticism. Some time ago, a large number of hospitals came to a decision that we end up having huge ramifications. Healthcare was improving, people were healing and recovering faster. In a very short time, the average length of a patient's hospital visit was halved. Accordingly, the hospitals decided to halve their numbers of nursing staff, but the workload remained the same. So then came the overhauls, the saving strategies, that kind of thing. We're still seeing the effects of that decision today. I also see the shortcomings here at St. Ursula's too. What I'm trying to say is, I know what you're going through. I'd like to take a look at your readings if that's okay. Of course. Oh no, not these. These are what takes the longest. So we got one right, one out of place, or three out of place. Okay, so that's got to be there. That could be there. Isn't there like an arm? Okay, wait, so... That one's saying only one's out of place. That one was saying two's out of place. Okay, so the skull has to go here. The bone has to go here. That gets the tooth? Okay, yeah. I'm almost afraid to tell you this. What is it? Is it all over for me? No, quite the opposite. Your readings are improved significantly. I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. But that's all part of the profession, too. Funny how things turn out sometimes. You should rest a little more. I think you'll be able to go back home soon. Your wish is my command. Oh, and one more thing. If I can help in any way, just say I'd be glad to. That's really nice of you. But you're a patient here. The only thing that you need to work on is getting healthy again. If you insist. Alright. P32. Oh, oops. Almost walked by you. I see you have a gastrostomacal infection? That's true. And you had a colonoscopy last night? Correct. There are probably better ways to spend your evenings, right? You're not wrong there. Alright, let me take a look. Eye, skull, foot, tooth. Foot, eye, that. We won't do the... Okay. So that one had 3, this one only had 2. Okay, the skull's right. I put 2 skulls. Well, actually, that kind of helped out. So that means the stomach probably goes here. The hand might go here. I could go here. And tooth could go here. Okay, so the stomach has to go here. There's no other spot for it. The hand would have to go here. There's no other spot for it. The tooth could go here. Okay, so the hand goes there. Blood. Serious haven't honestly found during colonoscopy. Your symptoms indicate a flu-like infection. That's good because it's treatable and it shouldn't trouble you for far too long. But we need to get you electrolyte and water levels back up. And you need to make sure you drink plenty of fluids, preferably tea. Okay. Oh, just gotta do one more. P31. Is it you? No, it's not you. Oh, hey there, buddy. Greetings. And the same to you. You're struggling with inflammation after the volatile injury, right? Let's take a look then. Oh, I hate this one. This is the worst one. L1, L2, L up, O. I don't know what I was doing wrong there. This is textbook implementation, but I see you've had all the important vaccines. We'll need to cool the wound properly, and you'll need antibiotics to treat the infection. Got it for now, I'll just keep as still as possible. Good idea, and get well soon. Ooh, this might be a long one, guys. 25 minutes in. Well, you know what, if anything... Finley, can you give me a hand, please? If anything, cut the video right here if it's too long. I've just finished my assignments. That's music to my ears. Can I take a look? While we're looking after the ward on our own, we should compare results to keep each other on track. Tell me I did amazing. Oh wow, that's pretty good, Finley. I don't think I can perform as well as you under stress. I've got to say, I'm a little overwhelmed right now. All our beds are occupied, I can't keep up. We'll manage it. I need to head up to the 4th floor for a few minutes. They're having trouble there too. Everyone's pitching in where they can right now. Can you take on a few more people? Sure, I'll hold the fort. Thanks, I'll be right back. Of course. Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment. Your colleague said you'd give me an injection. Will it help with the pain? Let's hope so. A little bit of luck, you might be able to get some sleep. I feel like I'm going to die. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I messed up. It's gonna be a C. Give me a B. Huh? I'll take it. Okay, injection done. Hope it kicks in soon. I've never felt this bad in my life. We'll give you a full checkup as soon as we can. In the meantime, try to get some sleep. Please hurry. There's something really, really wrong with me. I know it. Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment. Everything hurts. Please do something. Okay, let's go. Oh, God, it's so bad there. Your body's fighting something. We're going to find out what it is as quick as we can. Thank you. I hope it isn't contagious, or is it always so busy here? Don't worry about that. My colleague will be back to check up on you again soon. Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment, please. I can hardly breathe. Okay. Sure. 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 It's probably a B. Ooh, a C. Eep. Okay, my colleague will be here in a minute. Give you any medication. Thank you. I don't want to die. We'll do everything we can to make sure that you get well soon. I promise you that. Wait, I guess I should go this way. Oh no, I'm sorry. The 4th floor is even fuller than here. All the beds are occupied. There was some talk about whether we could fit more beds in somewhere, and then there was an accident. An elderly lady collapsed. I had to lend a hand for a while, and I didn't know the place so well, so that's alright. Take a deep breath. Better? Better. How did it go here? I'm done with everything so far. Can I take a look? It's Mia, our supervisor, all of a sudden? Oh, that's surprising. No one seems to be feeling any better. Maybe I'll check on one later myself. Thanks for taking over. How do you feel? No problem, I'm not flagging it. You're really tough. With all this running, I might as well quit the gym. I could really use some coffee right now. Let's do that then. Not this time of day, I'm dead tired actually. Have you heard from Carl yet? No, now that you mention it, I've not spoken to him. Should we give him a call? Maybe he got some news for us. Good idea. And? Nothing. He's not picking up. Strange. Hopefully everything's alright. Finley, Mia, come quickly, please. The patient in room 302 is really sick. We can't stabilize him. What's happening? Finley, Mia, quickly. Help me stabilize the patient. The cramps keep getting worse. The patient is unresponsive. We need to... What? Dr. Krosky, hi. Be quiet. Sandra, take the deceased details. The patient suffered from severe and irregular abdominal cramps. We noticed heavily gastrointestinal bleeding. Dr. Lane would advise against surgical treatment. The blood clot needs to be evaluated immediately. We know the bleeding was caused by a bacterial infection. Everything else will come clear soon. Please leave now. Yes, there is. Please give me a little space and get some rest. But don't you need a break? Not right now. This is an extreme case. I will consult Dr. Quattro and wait for results from Dr. Haley. I need you fresh and well rested in the morning. If the patient feels sick without warning, others could too. Even if there's no indication of a direct risk of infection, please be prepared. We'll know more tomorrow. Oh. Oh, well, what? How long's this? Ugh, I might just cut this one in half somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.